Urutannya berubah, gue jadi terakhir.
Kan tinggal di skip. Gila itu.
The camp sprawls across the tundra, each object massive, each detail oversized. There is no sign of the frost giant, but the land remembers his passing. Perhaps there's some clue in the camp that might reveal the frost giant's plans. You survey the campground.
Pilih yang easy atau yang susah? Medium tuh. Yang medium aja. Siapa tahu ada baju ganti bisa diambil.
From the look of it, the frost giant has not been here long. Either that, or they spent little time inside this tent, which would make sense, as a frost giant would have little need of such a structure for warmth. You cease your investigations, as you are alerted to the sounds of beasts drawing near.
Ada suara sapi.
Iya, sapi kejepit. Nggak berhasil tuh malah manggil serigala.
Nanti turn 2 kasih gua dulu ya, biar gua buff damage dulu ya.
Even your death will underwhelm.
Bede, ngeri.
Then see what unravels.
Kasih gua dulu biar gua buff.
For the honor of Caldelver!
Gua suruh attack dia malah jalan.
Mau defense.
Yes, can wait.
Rugi 1 turn dah. Abis ini BTR lawan siapa sih, Den?
Lawan Evos.
Maybe this
Terus
ability?
Oh, Nevos.
BTR Evos harusnya seru sih.
Keburu lah, masih 20 menit lebih. Tengah aja.
Something in my eye.
Hurt shared, doom double.
Their move.
Lu tank tapi kayak puppet master Gi.
Tahu, malah summon dia.
Breath as bad as a gob's.
Ya, temen gue diserang juga sama dia.
Ya, belum diambil tuh barang. Giant boy.
Rame amat.
By the ice in my veins and the strength of my soul, none shall harm guests in my camp.
Lah, bukannya GSnya serigalanya.
The chaos of battle fades into silence, and you face an unlikely ally.
Oh there, know that I, Harshnag, would call you friend, and count you mighty among my allies. A mighty wizard, Elminster be his name, learned of strange doings in the north, and whirled me here by magic. He told me to investigate and then speak to a knight. His name is Istval. I wish to go to 10 towns and report what I've learned, but I fear one of my stature would not be welcome. You owe me no debt, for I've no doubt your might surpassed that of those that fled. Nevertheless, I must ask of you, please escort me to Istval so that I might fulfill. What would you like to know?
Sabuanen.
I was born of frost and stone, son of the spine of the world. In youth, I walked among my kin, but turned from their path when I saw their cruelty.
Dia bisa jadi
My wandering led
ini
me
tim
to the
kita
great
ya.
city of Waterdeep, and
Gak
there
bisa.
I found welcome. When the time of
Gede
troubles
tuh,
tore
enak.
open the heavens, I watched gods battle above its streets. And when the spell plague woke that
Lebih
city's
kuat
walking
dari
statues,
Tijo yang
I
pakai
helped
masker.
drive them back before they shattered all its splendors. When the doom of Imrith, the death that slumbers, loomed over the Sword Coast, I stood among those who sought her ruin. I do not relay these tales to boast, only to say, when the land trembles, I answer. What would you like to know? He is old, older than I can reckon, older than most kingdoms. He's a wizard, but that word feels small for what he is. He speaks with gods, meddles in empires, and laughs like a man with nothing to fear. Elminster feels things moving before the rest of us see them stir. He sent me here, so it means trouble walks close behind, or ahead. Hard to say with that. What would you like to know? Less than I'd hoped, but more than I feared. The folk of Frostkeep were once my kin. I left them long, long ago, and not on good terms. So I sought out their young, spoke plainly, listened well. For a while, I learned. But one among them carried word of me to their Jarl, Ungarth. Lo, must the clan have fallen to call a craven rat like Ungarth their Jarl. Yes, I know Ungarth, and he remembered me. And so they came for me, not with words, but with blades. There were many, too many to stand and teach. So I left them their fury, took with me what I could. What I now know, I'll give to Istval. Ungarth is no Jarl worth the name. He rules through fear, not strength. But he's gathered many, too many. Young warriors hungry for battle, and old ones bitter with pride. And not just giants, kobolds, goblinkin, and even the Raven Riders called the Uthgard. Jarl Ungarth is no leader, no strategist. He has not the drive nor the will to bind such forces together. And the Uthgard barbarians have been foes of giants since the world was wet behind the ears. Something draws them together as allies to Frostkeep, but I had not enough time to learn what it was. What would you like to know?
Spy, anjay.
A spy?
Spy gede gini.
And for Ungarth. I could no more work for him than I could hide behind you. That weakling couldn't earn my trust if he had 100 years.
Bisa gebuk dia gak sih?
I've been an enemy to him for more than
Lah, kok lu
6
mau gebuk dia?
I came here to warn you,
Kita bunuh aja
to
biar.
betray you. Rest assured,
Jadi
I
Giant
will
Slayer.
respond. If you'll have
Dia sekali datang
I'll
aja
stand
ngusir
beside
semua serigala.
what would you like to know?
Bobo kan bisa membelah gunung.
If you've no more questions, I'm ready to move on. Lead the way to 10 towns, and I'll make sure Istval hears what I've learned.
Nah,
Ya duitnya.
The frost giant at the
Tadi nomor
camp was
dua
a
ya?
scout, but not for Icewind Dale's enemies. Harshnag
Harusnya
must
no dulu
speak
ya?
to Surl Istval of what he learned.
Kenapa?
Harusnya no dulu. Ini masih ada duit nih.
kenapa?
Ya udah terlanjur. Ulang lagi apa?
Ulang dari awal ya.
Tuh.
Dia campaign 3-nya kapan keluar lagi?
Belum tahu.
Belum ada rumor.
Suatu
Ya?
saat nanti.
What
Baru
in
juga
Underling's
Maret
name
update
is the meaning of
karakter
this?
baru.
When I heard reports of a giant coming with minions, I feared the worst. But now I can think of no better outcome.
You know this giant?
He does. We are acquainted of old. Istval, my friend, we have much to discuss. I must beg forgiveness for my intrusion into the peace of your village, brave one. But I must speak with my friend of a looming war.
Well, yes, I suppose. You're welcome. Welcome to Lonelywood, and to the Ramshackle Inn.
Thank you for escorting Harshnag here. While he and I confer, why don't you ask around and see if you can learn anything more about recent events?
Yes, well, business to attend to.
Wah, panjang.
Mana nih?
Ngomong sama Giant dulu kan.
Ah, we were just talking about you.
Parah
So Istval
diomongin.
believes your aid is vital in this time of danger.
Tukang gosip.
I agree. This is what we know. The enemy gathers at Frost Keep. Goblinoids, kobolds, and Uthgard barbarians of the Black Raven tribe. They come in great numbers, fiercer than most, bound by a force I cannot name. This alliance
Black
is
Raven bukannya yang
unmerciful,
di
wreaking of
campaign 1
magic
ada ya?
or worse.
Kobolds and
Yang
goblins
mercenary
are
itu.
giants, I can believe.
Di mana
Hah?
ada?
Uthgard,
Di mana?
they hate
Yang
goblins,
campaign
hate
1
kobolds, and hate giants most of all.
ada di
Ini,
ada
Some power can
Ada di
twist
mention nggak sih?
Uthgard.
Kalau nggak salah sih.
Corruption could spread far wider. I do not like the shape of it. Not at all.
Nor I. We must learn what binds them.
There are 3 locations that must be investigated. The Uthgard Black Raven tribe rides giant ravens. Hard to catch, but you might find them at their ancestor mound, Raven Rock.
The goblinoids came from a fortress in the mountains called Karkolog.
And lastly, from what Harshnag described, it seems the kobolds come from the Selgrin tribe. They've come a long way from the Ice Lakes region, south of the spine of the world. I leave the choice of which to investigate first up to you. Return to me when you know more, and good luck.
Ayo.
If you have questions, ask them now. I do not hide it. I would march to Frost Keep, strike down any who stand in our way, and tear the Jarl from his throne. Few against many. Dangerous, but not impossible. I do not yet know the path that would lead to victory, but I would find the way. If you have questions, I know little of those goblins. When they built Karkolok, I know that they were led by a brute named Garush. That was many winters ago. I doubt Garush still lives. But their fortress yet stands atop an icy crag in the foothills west of the spine of the world. If you have questions, I have not seen the Selgren lands in over 100 years. Some say their kobolds serve white dragons, but I cannot say.
Dia emang ngelayanin lu Ki, White Dragon.
When I scouted Frostkeep,
Nah,
I saw
beda
the
nih White
sign of
Dragon
dragons
ini.
among their gathered forces.
Kan lu putih.
Still, the
Iya
ice
sih,
lakes are
kan gua
treacherous enough
putih-putih
even
albino.
without dragons. If you have questions, ask. Raven tribe are raiders. Cowards, most of them. They ride great birds, swooping down to steal and take captives. They guard their ancestor mound fiercely, like wolves with a den, but kill their birds, and they fall. Bird bones
Berarti
are
kalau
most
lawan Black
fragile.
Raven harus ini dong.
If you have
Pakai red
questions,
attack,
ask
nyerang
them
burung
now.
ya.
Iya.
Then waste no more time. The longer you wait, the stronger the enemy becomes.
Was there something else? I see two possibilities. They may intend to sack 10 towns, a prize of plunder, slaves, and territory. Or they may be after Ithrin itself. If so, 10 towns would be their first conquest, to secure a foothold before they pick the ruins clean. Either way, Icewind Dale would suffer grievously. Was there something else? Only that Harshnag and I see the same danger, but not always the same solutions. He would answer threat with strength, swiftly and directly. I would seek alliances and understanding first, if they can be found. Still, I respect his judgment, and the situation may leave us little choice but his way. Was there something else? They're strong people, hard as the ice they live on. Various Reghead tribes have traded and warred with 10 towns on and off for as long as any of the towns has existed. Most have held to a sort of alliance for some time now. Invading outsiders, particularly the Uthgard, should bring them together. But they've aligned with orcs and worse against 10 towns in the past. Hopefully you can help us sort out this mess before we have to find out. Was there something else? Each Uthgard tribe follows an ancestor spirit, the founder of their line. Their sacred places are called ancestor mounds, places where the dead lie buried, and the living remember who they are. For the Black Raven tribe, that place is Raven Rock. If something's changed them, you'll find signs of it there. Was there something else?
Yes, well, what is it? Ah, it's Istavel's squire. And I see you're tied up with that frost giant now. Listen well. I don't give a damn about monsters in the mountains. All that matters is
Ini siapa?
a city of magic so old and powerful it would make your head spin. And yet, I'm still here. Do you know why? Because any fool who tries to plunder Ithrin as it stands comes back a gibbering wreck. If they come back at all. There's a curse on the place. And since some cretins woke up its Mythalar, the curse has gotten worse. You don't even know what a Mythalar is, do you?
Waduh.
Gede lagi.
Ya.
What are you on about? Have you even read a book before? Any book? Waste of my breath.
Ya.
Get out
Gagal
of my
mulu,
sight.
gak seru dong.
Iya.
Jadi
Ini
nggak
nggak tahu.
Emang bisa dibuka?
Tahu nggak bisa sih kayaknya.
Coba gua ajak ngomong lagi. Tapi udah nggak bisa ya?
Back again, are we?
Tahu coba.
Listen well. I'm not here to babysit every sword-swinging hopeful who blunders into Lonelywood.
Ya nggak
Go
bisa.
gawk at the snow. Or
Gara-gara
bother
lu udah
someone who
gagal
enjoys
dia nggak
prattling.
berani.
I have
Iya,
work to
hard
do.
lagi.
Real work.
Udah nih, mau gas apa mau ngomong sama siapa?
Yang di kiri masih bisa diajak ngomong nggak sih?
Tahu, coba aja.
Nggak bisa, lu kan udah actionnya habis.
By Kossuth's flame,
Bisa ya?
you're the fool that brought a giant into our midst. You have no more sense in your head than a Katoblebas has for knowing stink from sweet. That brute will bring ruin on us all. Mark my words.
Parah rasis, udah orangnya hitam rasis. Malah ngoper-ngoper. Ntar juga tetap harus ini.
Ini mau ngapain nih? Keluar atau
Ngomong aja sama dia.
You did it! Well, you must have done somewhat.
waiting for other player?
Lumayan, minum gratis.
Emang tadi lu buat
Lah,
mabok?
dia kemana tuh? Coba sama dia.
So, you brought a giant with you. Not the tact I choose to plunder Ithrin, but still, the idea has its merits. I don't know if Ithrin's curse affects his kind. I bet that vartlet Warvath could tell you. Not that he would. Well, best of luck to you, and your giant.
Headliner coming through.
Nih, Rick, coba Rick.
Well, this is new. A giant. I've never seen one up close before. Can't say I love the sight. With muscle like that behind you, I bet you think you'll have Ithrin all to yourselves. Well, think again. That's all I'll say on the matter. I'll see you in Ithrin's halls, though I doubt very much you'll see me. I'll keep my counsel, as I trust that you'll keep yours.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Oh, ini udah belum sih tadi?
Udah deh kayaknya.
Well, it's a bit of a patchwork, to be honest.
Ini udah.
You've got your big towns like Bryn Shander, full of folks who talk big and trade bigger. But most of us make our lives off the land. Fishing, mining, hunting, and of course, timber. We're all different.
Waiting for
We
player
stick
itu.
together when it counts.
Waiting
Is
for
there
player.
something else I can do? Very well. I hope you enjoy your visit.
Three armies marched to join Frost Keep, drawn from the frozen edges of the spine of the world. You must investigate the origin of each of these factions. Each destination promises peril and harsh trials in the unforgiving cold. The path ahead is yours to choose. Where will you journey first?